Please join me in welcoming to the podium past District Governor David and Avisha Harilela.
Distinguished Rotary leaders and friends, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It is my great pleasure to be on this stage on this lectern with you this afternoon. Today marks my 16th year with Rotary. So why did I join Rotary? The story is very simple. My whole family are Rotarians. My father and his 5 brothers were all past presidents. My uncle, Dr. Harry, who just passed away in January, was an Klumph member and the first Harilela district governor from District 3450. So obviously, here I am. But you know, I work in Hong Kong with 8 charities and nothing moves me more than Rotary. And I want to share with you why. People ask me, why do you do it? My kids ask me. We did a project in Shanghai called The Gift of Life. And, you know, as I get older and I get disillusioned, I'm a very religious man. I believe in God. But sometimes I don't understand why God would let a child die or a child starve. So I find satisfaction when I can do good. This project allowed us, by paying $3,000, to save a child's life. A child with a hole in the heart, if that operation did not take place, that child is dead. So when we went to that hospital, all my members, we were there, smiling, checking on it, and we broke out into tears. We saw those kids, and when the mother said to us, "Thank you," that hooked me to Rotary for life. So I wanted to share that with you. In my opinion, Rotary is the best charity in the world. I go home every Wednesday to my club, where my doctor lives, where my lawyer lives, and the key is comfort. They're always there for me. It's my family, it's my friends. I had the greatest pleasure to be district governor under my mentor, Kalyan. I was governor in 2011 and 12, and Kalyan called on us to reach within to embrace humanity. It's a very high-sounding goal. So how do you reach within to embrace humanity? I had no idea. But that man lit a fire in me. Really, he did. And I was also inspired at that time by Dr. Wubin. Dr. Wubin was a German doctor who left Germany to go to Cape Town because he wanted to help the most poor and the most impoverished people in the world. And when he went there, he joined the hospital and he had to turn down patients because they didn't have insurance. And 2 days later, he learned that 2 of these patients had died. And he said, "I came to Africa to help people live, not to see people die." And he left and went on to join the United Nations, which paid him $7,000 a month, a house and a car. It was an immense amount of money, but he took that job because he took his money, opened his clinic in the impoverished slums of the city. This man provided free medicine, and the strangest thing happened to him one day when he went home. He was beaten up and robbed by the very person he healed that afternoon. So what do you think Dr. Wubin did? The next morning, he went back to work. This man inspired me like Mother Teresa inspires our family. So I decided the way to reach within to embrace humanity was to start to look for these great people around the world. And so we started the One Humanitarian Award in 2011 out of Hong Kong. This is my favorite charity. The one looks for the greatest of all heroes, the unsung hero, the one that nobody's heard of. Could you imagine how much more Mother Teresa could do if she had the money? My sister went to see Mother Teresa and bring 500,000 Hong Kong dollars to her. It's not much money in the specter of life, but, and Mother Teresa said, when she saw my sister, she said, "Oh my God, you're here. You brought me money. I don't know what I would have done. I picked up 48 street kids today, and I have no idea where the money's coming from. But today, you've answered my prayer." These are the heroes that the one looks for. This is the vision. This is my dream, to build it. And when I went to my team, they all said, "David, you're crazy." They're right, I am. I believe that nothing is impossible. And we started the one, and I will share with you 3 miracles that just happened to make it easier. I have the money to sponsor the event, but it makes no meaning if I'm going to do an event and run it myself. It's the drops that fill the bucket that makes it happen. So I went to I don't know why, this rich man his name is Richard Ellman. He's the second largest commodity company in the world, CEO. We had lunch. For some reason, I just mentioned to him that I was starting this award, and would he support me? He said, I'll give you 50,000. Before we were finished, we had no applications coming in until the 1 month before the deadline, we had no applications. On the week before the applications closed, we had over 40 applications. Now, don't forget, the one is somebody who wakes up every day and spends every hour to help people. It's not a check writing exercise. It's somebody who gives his soul. So he said, David, you know what? I'll double 100,000. I said, how long will you give it to me? I said, as long as I can. I said, all I want is 3 years. And he gave it to me. The second miracle is when we had the gala dinner, the idea was to give 100,000 to the winner and 5,000 to each of the other finalists. We announced the winner at like a Grammy Award at the event. And as we were announcing the other finalists, one man got up and said, I'd like to, why are you giving $5,000 to the other finalists? Are they any less? He said, I will donate 50,000 to each of the finalists forever. It was unbelievable. We did not know who he was. He just came out of nowhere. I was worried, was he for real? Did he have too much whiskey or something? But then God blessed us. The other thing is to do a charity project, you need to, Hong Kong is one of the most charitable countries in the world. There are hundreds and hundreds of charities. You need to have something that attracts people, because I get invited to 10, 15 charities a year, minimum. But why do I need to go? Just write a check or just don't go? God opened one more door. I used to sing. I used to be a rock star when I was young. I quit to join business. And I sing from time to time, and when I was singing at a place with a band, and this woman came up to me and said, wow, you're great. I said, wow, my wife's not here. I guess I'm getting lucky. No such thing. God sent it to me. She was, I didn't know, the wife of Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen is the #1 movie star in Asia. And he's shooting Star Wars right now in America. And after I met her, she was such a lovely person, I asked her, can I get Donnie Yen? Now, Donnie Yen charges $1 million US for an ad. Donnie Yen became our ambassador. Because of that, in 4 years of existence, we've been lucky to be awarded $1.5 million US worth of PR, 98% all free because of Donnie's presence. That is just unbelievable. Those are the miracles. But where to go with a project? We've done it for 4 years. We find 4 great people, and we honor them. I decided to go braver because nobody in Hong Kong would want to compete with these international martyrs. The first winner looked after 1.2 million Afar people in eastern Ethiopia. But I had to do Hong Kong. The idea was to serve Hong Kong besides the world. So I started the One Hong Kong this year. My friend gave me 100,000. I said, can I have 2? He said, okay, 2. So we got 2. We started it. We had over 35 applications. We never got one application from Hong Kong in 4 years of international competition. So now the One Hong Kong is established. The vision now is to take the One to every country in the world. I've got friends in India who want to take it from us. I tried to talk to Rotarians in Philippines. I've not been successful, but I found a rich banker friend, a young man who's not a Rotarian. He says, David, let's do it. There are large corporations who want to do goodness on a massive level. I hope by the end of this year to launch the One Philippines. Then I hope to look for India and China. I'm honored to also be appointed the chair of Rotary Global Rewards, a Rotary scheme that we launched in July of this year. And I'm very happy to share that work with our good friend John in the back. I actually started something very similar when I was governor in 2011, because my father always taught me, first you give something and then you get something back. So we did a benefit card system in 2011 in our district, and the response was great. You know, what it's like to be a Rotarian, I'll tell you. Every day someone comes to you and say, hey, I need this. David, can you help me this? I think all of us have the same experience. It was wonderful to be able to give back to Rotarians something they deserved, a benefit that they really deserve for all the hard work they do. And we did that. We started with that. The greatest thing about the project is that we've added the element of not only giving discounts to Rotarians, by giving, a rebate goes back to Rotary Foundation in many cases. Not in every case, but in many cases. So we are also helping Rotary Foundation, which is the goal of all Rotarians. I can tell you there's no other charity that moves me more than Rotary. My kids cannot relate to Rotary. I apologize for that. They don't understand my passion and my love, but they love the one because we need, as Rotarians, to find a cause to replace polio. And we're going to finish polio. I know that we are. We've got to find a cause that appeals to all nationalities. Polio is a hot sell in Hong Kong and Taiwan and places like that. They've never seen it. So let's look for a great cause so we can inspire Rotary to move forward and bring young people to our den. We need young people. We need to be innovative. I thank you for your kind time. God bless you all.
David, thank you.